Covenant soldiers are waiting to the north. Tread carefully. Stranger, I'm surprised to see any friendly faces out here. Did you meet any Covenant soldiers on the road? There's a small force of Covenant soldiers in a camp to the northwest. I can feel it in my bones. They're planning a flanking attack. I need to get back to Fort Arend and ready the recruits there for a possible skirmish. Shore's bones, you're a brave one. If you can make it out alive, put steel or spell to the commanders in the encampment. They're the ones most likely to have a copy of their orders. Then head for the gates of the fort. Travel to the northwest and look for Covenant activity. Find out why they're here and what they're planning. Go swiftly and go carefully. We train troops and store provisions here. Why the Dark Elves built a fort against the mountains, I'll never know. What's it protecting? The mountains? Dunmer. I'll never understand them.
Captain Hjorm. I'm not sure. I saw the captain approaching, then felt a sharp pain in my head. I think I heard a footfall behind me before I went down. When I came to, he was dead, and our attacker was gone. Assassins! Captain Lari should see this. She's in the command post, the largest building in the fort. Report to her, and I'll spread the word to the other troops in the fort. We need everyone on guard and watching their backs.
Greetings.
Have we been led into error? The three keep you, traveler. Are you willing to risk heresy to save the soul of Ebonheart? The disciple of our tribunal temple has lost his faith. He says the three no longer speak to him. He sent me to pray for him at shrines to Almalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil, just outside town. But I was driven away by a foul smell and angry Aelit. I don't know. The smell may have driven the beasts into a frenzy. Perhaps, if you'd be willing, would you burn these flowers at each shrine? If the three respond, tell Disciple Sildris. Perhaps that will restore his faith. I'll pray for an answer to your voice at the shrines. Praying for prayers. Perhaps Vivek will appreciate how circular that is. I don't know why Sildris thinks the three would abandon us. We have observed all the proper rites. These flowers, for one. Roland's tears, the rarest of the gold carnet and sacred to the three. It is a powerful offering.
Hello.
Honor for the Pact, they says. What brings you to this god's-forsaken dark elf dunghole? The beer in this land is fit only for pigs. Good thing we brought our own. Have the elves asked you to help beat back the Covenant yet? To Sovngarde with them. Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses. Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the Pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way. We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
We perform an important service.
Ah, that's the...
We perform an important service, you know? If not for us, the Dark Elves would never see a massive log, or a long, smooth piece of wood. Especially the Lady Elves, if you know what I mean.
You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober. And I'm not. This should be fun. Stop. I need more mead.
We perform an important service, you know.
I signed up to go. Some of the boys like to flirt with the elf girls. I don't know why. They're so little. Try to put up a decent fight. Good day. What are you doing? Are you asking for a challenge? Shaw's bones. Don't be timid.
Come at me!
You're tougher than you look.
I'll drink over here. Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that. I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the Pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano. Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep. But he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood. Even good rift spruce. What a skeever. Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since. Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
Hello there.
I beg of you. What am I to do?
Hail.
I've lost hope. Curse my lot.
Please. I was once like
Nobody
you.
care? Won't you take pity on me?
What is to become of me? Greetings.
Merchants to the great houses.
Keep at it.
Ah, my business partner. I've located another rare and valuable vintage here in Ebonheart. Are you willing to acquire it for me? There's a bottle of white gold tower here in Ebonheart. The war wizard who owns it retired to this town and opened an inn. Phadrasa Andrethi took the bottle off the battlefield. Now it's gathering dust in her private reserve. She was a decorated soldier in the Ebonheart Pact. Now she tends to guest at the Ebony Flask. Her Nightflower servants probably know her best. If you want to know how to get that bottle, talk to one. Just let me know what I can do to help. She used to serve in the Morrowind army as a war wizard. I think the explosions were too much for her. After she retired from service, she opened the Ebony Flask with Darvinil Sarvel. Not exactly, but then again, that's your side of this business, isn't it? My only advice is to talk to the Nightflowers at the inn. In their line of work, they learn all the best secrets. Just let me know what I can do to help.
Hello there.
Traveler, how goes your survey of Zabamat? Have you found High Tide Hollow as yet? High Tide is the Ashlander name for an old cave. It's just crawling with beastmen. A perfectly excellent resource. You'll find it on the coast almost due west of here, beyond Vivek's Antlers. A resource for slave chattel, of course. Goblins take quite a lot of educating before they come around. It's worth it, though. They're a highly valued commodity. I once sold a whole tribe to a vizier in High Rock. Made a prince's ransom in coin.
Be quick or be gone.
I hope your arrival will prove a boon to Ebonheart. The residents are at each other's